Do subscribe to Ekeeda channel and press bell icon to get updates about latest engineering, HSC and IIT JEE main and advanced videos.
Students, let us solve the next question, number 7, NEET Physics paper 2015. Students, let us solve the next question, number 7. A particle is executing SHM along a straight line. Its velocities at distances x1 and x2 from in positions are v1 and v2 respectively. Its time period is, suppose that we have an SHM which is going on between these two extreme points, and this is the mean position. So this is the mean position, and from its mean position, its velocities at a distance x1 and x2. Suppose this is my x1, and suppose that this is my x2. So at x1 and at x2, this is x1 and this is x2. The velocities here is v1 and here it is v2. Okay. Its time period is, so here x value will be 0 because that is the mean position. Is the extreme point, its amplitude is supposed to be a, this side is minus a. Now for any particle executing SHM, we have a general formula for velocity as a function of displacement. The velocity as a function of displacement is given by v equals to omega under root of a square minus x square. Or I can write that v square is omega square a square minus x square. This is the formula which relates velocity with the displacement x. In this situation, we have got two displacements x1 and x2, corresponding to which we have two velocities v1 and v2. So first of all, we write those two equations and then solve it. So for this point where the displacement is x1 and the velocity is v1, the equation we can write as v1 is omega square, v1 square is omega square a square minus x1 square. For the second one, v2 square is omega square a square minus x2 the whole square. So this is equation 1 and this is equation number 2. I have to find omega because I have to find the time period. That means I have to find t of this oscillation, and t can be obtained from omega because omega is 2 pi over t. So I have to separate omega from these two, so I'll just subtract these two equations. You can subtract these two equations because there is a possibility of addition and also there is a possibility of subtraction. So first of all, we'll go for the subtraction. If I'm not getting, then I'll go for the addition. If I go for the, anyway you can do, suppose that I'm going for subtracting 2 from 1, I have v1 square minus v2 square equals to omega square common a square minus x1 square minus a square minus x2 square. This is minus this. Now this comes out to be omega square, okay, and this goes out to be a square minus x1 square minus a square plus x2 the whole square. a square will cancel out, and this omega square will become v1 square minus v2 square divided by x2 square minus x1 square. x2 square minus x1 square. Now, omega can be written as under root of v1 square minus v2 square divided by x2 square minus x1 square. Just taking square root on both sides, this will become omega and this will become square root of this number. And what about time period? Time period is omega is 2 pi over t. So 2 pi over t is v1 square minus v2 square divided by x2 square minus x1 whole square. So from here I'll get t equals to 2 pi under root of x2 square minus x1 square divided by v1 square minus v2 square. If I see the option, then the time period comes out to be 2 pi under root of x2 square minus x1 square divided by v1 square minus v2 square. So this is x2 square, x1 square, v1 square, v2 square. So this option is correct. Suppose that how do you know that you have to subtract these two equations? One might go for addition of the v1 square and v2 square because it has equal options, so the two options are there. Here the two options are for subtraction of v1 square minus v2 square. So suppose that if anybody goes for the addition of two equations, it might go for addition because this is the first option that is given in sum of the squares of the velocities. So in any way, if one goes for that, that means adding this to equation. Let us see what is happening. Adding 1 and 2 will have v1 square plus v2 square becoming just the sum of these two numbers, omega square being common, a square minus x1 square plus a square minus x2 square. So this is coming out to be that this a square and a square is adding and it is not cancelling out. So because that is not cancelling out, in the final expression of omega square or omega t, this a will be there, and in this option 1, a is not there. So therefore the summing of the equations not possible, these two are not possible, so therefore you will go for the subtraction and this is the answer. Okay, thank you.